Welcome to 5 minutes of unfiltered business inspiration here every Friday for you. So this is an interesting one. We're going to be talking about those days when you're just really not feeling it. You are not ready or motivated to be in your business, to create. And there's all this pressure for you to be this hyper productive person. Now you might notice my voice is a little bit hoarse. It's a little bit deeper. And that's because I have been stuck. This is kind of the ultimate inspiration for this episode. I've been stuck for almost 10 days in this horrible cycle of these horrific coughs that just rack my body at night, so I'm not sleeping. The kind of coughs where you're like squeezing tears from your eyes and you're gagging and you're falling to the floor. Like, it's seriously bad, right? And it's been really challenging because I find that how am I supposed to create and do stuff? So my inspiration level is even lower than normal. So you might be experiencing something similar, a sickness or an event, or you might just not be like super inspired. And so I wanted to speak to you from this place because I am feeling the low motivation meter on the past 10 right now. How I've gotten through it, and it has been hard. The first few days, it takes some time. I think that's the biggest thing is allow yourself a couple days. You're an entrepreneur, you control your schedule. Have a couple days to just let yourself sit in it, and it's okay. It's okay to feel like you're not ready to be the best you. And then the next thing was finding some anchors. So anchors in your day that give you some sense of normalcy, some inspiration, some sort of feeling in life beyond your business and beyond what you have to do. And so for me, because we are in Brazil right now, that is the silver lining, it's been beach walks in the morning and then sunset watches in the evening. And I know that every day, even if I'm going on 1 to 4 hours of sleep and I'm struggling to get through stuff, I know that I have those two anchors that help me feel inspired and normal, and they get me through the day. So finding some anchors for you, because if it's all about just you doing the work, especially when you're in this mental state, you are just not going to produce well. And then the last thing that has been really difficult for me is letting go of any sense of your exact timeline. I think we really push deadlines and dates in this world, and it doesn't always work. For me, it was literally the case that I got back from the holidays, seeing family, sat down, did my whole quarter 1 calendar, when I was going to release what. And then basically that weekend, I got ill and was out for the count for, 10 days going. So that timeline didn't work anymore. And it was really challenging to let go of that because there's so much external pressure. There's also this fear of, well, if people don't see it now, then they're never going to join. You just have to let it go because ultimately you are not going to create your best. You are not going to really produce what people need when you're on a timeline that just doesn't align with your life circumstance. And I'm not saying to procrastinate forever, but just to be very realistic about it and say, okay, this is what I thought I was going to do, and I'm not right now. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because we forget a lot of times we have inspiration from these huge, big business personalities, and we forget that they have a whole team behind them. If I had a team of 15 people, then it wouldn't matter how I feel right now, how much sleep I'm getting, that I can't speak properly, because I would have a whole team supporting me through this experience. But when it's just you or a handful of people, you need to give yourself some grace because just trying to push through this lack of motivation, this lack of inspiration, it doesn't work. Like I said, having those anchors, having some patience with your timeline, having more compassion for you, letting yourself have a couple days where you're just like, it's not going to be it right now. I am not going to be, the stellar person featured in Business Insider. I'm going to be the one who is feeling a little broken on my couch. It's okay to be that person. We don't ever see those moments, but everyone has them. So I hope that you take this, that it inspires you a little bit more as you go forward, and know that when you are truly ready to create and connect and you're doing this stuff that gives you inspiration, you will do it. You just have to trust. And those words are for you as much as they are for me. I'll see you in the next one.